When it comes to the music industry in Hollywood, you've always heard rumors of weird things going on, of homosexual activity and different weird things. But, as far as today goes, a lot of things get exposed, whether they're true or not. They're basically put out there on certain people, accusations. Whether they're true or not, we don't know because we're not in these certain rooms with these people. They have their own lives outside of the industry, and we just don't know. And thanks to social media, whether something is true or not, as long as it sounds funny and it's entertaining and it becomes a meme, then hey, it's the truth. It doesn't matter whether it's actually true or not, we're gonna run with it because that's just how social media goes, whether it's Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, whatever. If it's funny and entertaining and it sounds hilarious, then people are gonna run with it. And there's not really much you can do to stop it. Whether you confront these accusations and show proof that they're not true, people are always going to remember it and still use it as a joke, and you will become basically a laughing stock. There's no real way to avoid it. For years now, P. Diddy has been accused of some pretty wild things, and his sexual preference has been put into question by different people, and it's basically become a meme at this point. People are starting to say no Diddy instead of pause. Yo, the hip hop culture is crazy. Like, you can turn anything into a meme. It doesn't matter whether it's true or not. Whether it's true or not, I have no idea. I don't know this man, so I have no idea. But what I do know is whether it is true or not, it's going to stick because people are already saying it in comment sections and interviews and stuff. Like, instead of saying pause, people are just starting to say no Diddy. It's kind of hilarious. For those of you who don't know, this basically comes from him having lawsuits against him where basically people have accused him of pressuring them into sexual acts, and these people have been males. So it's just it's a crazy place to be in if you're somebody of that stature, because you never want your name to be tarnished like this. Not like that, bro. Like, his legacy is, it's kind of done, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Whenever it comes to somebody as powerful as Diddy or has that much wealth, there's always going to be people that are after their money. I'm not saying that that's necessarily the case for his cases, but a lot of times this is what happens. People will try to sue and have lawsuits, and most of the time things like this get settled out of court because the person doesn't want that type of bad publicity on their name. They don't want that type of attention. So what they'll end up doing is settling out of court, and whoever is suing them basically gets like free money because the person who is powerful, they don't want that type of bad publicity. They want to keep it like under wraps, and at the same time it might cost them even more money just to win their case. So they end up spending more money just to fight it than to just say, you know what, let me just go ahead and pay them this little amount of money and get this out of the way. And it's unfortunate that people do this because whenever somebody does come forward, you always have to take it with a grain of salt. You always have to question it, and it makes victims really not want to come forward. If you come forward with something that is traumatizing to you and then people don't believe you, I can't imagine the pain that also would cause. So a lot of people just don't end up coming forward, especially when it comes to somebody of this stature. Like, it can't be easy. But if there's one thing the internet is going to do, is turn something like this into a meme. It's going to become something trending and hilarious, and people are just gonna start talking about it. It's inevitable. Like, people are gonna start saying no Diddy. They're already saying it. It's becoming a part of the culture at this point. And if I was him, I wouldn't even know how to respond. Like, how do you respond to people using your name like this? There's no real way to react. I wouldn't even know what to do. It's slowly starting to become a part of the culture. And I want to know, for today's question, Are you going to start saying no Diddy? Like, it's a simple yes or no. How do you feel about it? You think it's hilarious? I personally do. But I appreciate you guys for watching the video. Man, I'm out.